Here's the motor. 545 cubic inch big block Ford. It's got a CSR water pump just installed this week. The other one was having problems. AED Dominator 1050 carburetor onto it. Magna fuel regulator with a Magna fuel pump in the back. Custom fan shroud on the radiator. Got a Strange Engineering strut front end set up onto it. Here's the front wheels with the Strange Engineering brakes that match the rear brakes. It has custom fabricated set of headers onto it. Can't really see them too good right now. Got a Cohen Racing transmission with a Cohen Racing converter and a adapter plate in between the motor and trans to make it work all together. Transmission cooler is mounted up front, in front of the radiator. Come on down to the trunk of the car. You got a Racecraft wing mounted on the rear of the car. Stroud parachute for a car up to 3,000 pounds. You have your dual wheelie bars on the back of the car. As you can see, all brake lights and tail lights work as well. Come back here, you hit the key. Deck lid opens up. 5-gallon aluminum fuel cell in the trunk with dual batteries in the trunk. There's a Magna Fuel 300 fuel pump in the rear. You come around inside the car. The only issues on the whole car are the door panel, where it has a spot where it touches the roll cage at right here. And the only other problem with the whole car is in the floorboard. There's a crack right there in the floorboard from stress. Got the usual, it's fully tubbed inside with a 4-link rear. Has a few dings on the wheel tubs from rocks in the burnout box, but that's usual in these cars. Got a Mega 450 delay box installed on the side of the shifter. Right here on the side of the shifter you have 2 switches. One on the right is for the passenger side window, up and down. The one on the left is for the driver's side window, etc. Inside the car, you sit here, steering wheel goes on. You have your trans brake button wired up to your delay box. Your gauges up on the dashboard. It's a Ford factory dashboard in the car with aluminum inserts. You have your water temperature gauge, your tachometer, fuel pressure gauge, oil pressure gauge, a voltmeter, and a transmission temperature gauge that's currently not hooked up to the transmission. And also you have your shift light right there for your tach. Then up top on the roll bar, you have your switch box. You have a start button, an ignition, electric fan, and then your fuel pump 1 and fuel pump 2, which fuel pump 2 is not hooked up to anything, so it's just an accessory switch if you need another switch. A water pump switch, your light switch. You push the switch up, you just have running lights. Push the switch down, you have running lights and headlights. And then you have another accessory switch at the end that's currently not hooked up either. On this switch panel, the fuel pump will only turn on if you have your ignition switch on.